All right then, hello everybody and welcome to BRL Season 16, Round 7 here at Baku. We've got a couple heavy hitters here missing, in fact. We've got no Alex, we've got no Rio Harris, we've got no Pablos. Bluebird's having internet issues, so potentially no Bluebird in this race as well. We also have, we did actually have Whizbird in the end of things. Let me see who else we not got. No Wolfie, no D. Yeah, those are the main guys I can pick out anyway. But we're going to see here the very first laps being completed of the Baku circuit. We can see 14 people joining, potentially 15. We do have someone else who's planned to join it, but I don't know if they will. So, yeah, let's don't want to wait. But anyway, we're going to start here with BRV6K into the first turn here. Looking pretty okay, but definitely quite wide out of the exit there. Let's see now turn 2, quite easy to go and actually clip the wall on the outside. He leaves plenty of margin there, so he's not done too bad to at least avoid the wall's first couple of corners. But he did start this lap with a lot less battery than you'd expect. I think he crossed the line with 51%. I don't think that's the way of going for it, but he has decided to do that one anyway. While this is going on, though, however, we're going to quickly alert you to the driver's standings as it stands. There is an appeal currently going on, which could change the top 3. But speaking of our top 3, they are separated by just 2 points currently. We've got Rose, Blackbone, and Whizburn, 78, 77, and 76 points. Crazy stuff, honestly. Like, the fact we're having a freeway title fight this close really, really goes to show just how good we're going. Bluebird in P4 on 57 points, but I don't think he's even managed to join the session back yet. So, in a minute, he's still having basically a qualifying ban because of an incident that happened last race. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's going to be able to get back in the lobby, let alone do anything else. Meanwhile, you've also got Henson in P5 currently, Alex in P6, Rio Harris P7, Thomas P8, Hazard P9, and Pablos is in our top 10, who actually beat out the small one to that top 10 spot. He's down 3 places, as is Wolfie, who I don't know if he's going to be racing constantly anymore, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. Meanwhile, though, we're going to see BRV6K come across the line shortly. It's not got much battery really to go here, and I think that's another big thing. The battery is very important in a track like this, and right now it's not like the best of laps for BRV6K, and I think he'll admit that one as well. I think he said he was doing 41s, and currently he's in a 42.7, so definitely has some improvements to go, but I think Thomas here is about to absolutely smash that time, I think. Maybe not, actually. Oh, only by a tenth, so maybe BRV6K there has not done a bad lap for his standards. We'll see, I believe, the small one come across the line here. Another person who definitely should be doing a quicker lap than that. And across the line he goes, 41.0. That is a lot better already. Who else we got currently? We've got Jeremy Saff, who's going to come across the line soon. Across he goes, 41.5. Oh, Henson beats his teammate by nearly 7 tenths there, 40.3. Who's going to come across the line there? Daniel Tyson, 42.5. We've got D-Kit here, coming across the line shortly. We know he occasionally got some good qualifying based D-Kit, but I don't know if this is one of the laps that are going to show it potentially. Cross line, he does go 4th, so it's not too bad for him. What about Hazard here? I think he's starting a lap, although he might mess up his previous one, so that is why. I don't think anyone else is going for another lap at the minute anyway. Maybe Thomas is? No, it doesn't look like he is anyway. I think everyone else here is just going to save the battery once again and then go for it once again, potentially. After this, I think Hazard's the only one who's currently on a lap, and then I think after that it will be... I don't know. I want to say it's Blackbone, or yeah, it'd be Blackbone, I think. So let's see where Hazard is currently. We actually have a base of where he is because he's actually set a time. So right now, the Red Bull boys 1-2 at the minute, not looking too bad. Bit of lag there, but I believe that's purple first sector there for Hazard. I couldn't see because I've had to disconnect my wheel very quickly. I think that was a couple of tenths up. So at the very least, we know he's up on his previous time. Let's see how he's going to go throughout the rest of this lap so far. Looking pretty solidly stuck to the track. Going to make sure not to make any sort of mistakes here. That was quite committed through the castle section as well. Let's see it now, because he's on 100% battery. He's really managed to recharge some of that well. And he's going to use some of it right here. But he's going to make sure about that straight here. Actually, use a lot of it here. Wow. So definitely he'll be lifting quite a lot, I think. And he definitely is, you can tell, with what we were seeing there. Will he find a purple sector, or how much actually will be up on his time? Let's have a look here. 1.8 seconds up. So 1.8 definitely puts him around the D-Kid's Daniel Tyson race. But he's also got a lot more battery, I think, to play with. So let's see how he's going to go here. Both the Red Bulls currently 1 and 2. Let's see how they go for the last bits here as Hazard's going to attempt to come across the line. and better that time for 1:44.1. He absolutely should do. Across the line he goes with a P2. So, wow. Henson and Hazard looking pretty handy here. They've usually come in pairs whenever we normally see them, but I think we have not really had our first proper heavy hitter yet. And I think that'll be Blackbone and actually realistically everyone else here, other than the unknown F1 Mason here, I believe. Oh no, actually, sorry, I think he's real Ricky. So yeah, I think literally everybody else here is a heavy hitter. We'll put it that way. So Heinz and Hassel will probably find themselves around P6, P7 range, I'd expect, unless one of these guys really mess up their laps. Yeah, let's see where Blackman's going right now, because I already look more committed than Hazard there. Let's see, is anyone else carrying on laps? BRV6K is about to finish one, and I think Thomas is going to finish one as well. So we'll keep an eye on everybody here. As we're seeing BRV6K, he'll be the one to cross the line first. Then it will be Rose's time lap, so he'll be coming round soon. Let's see, will BRV6K go and improve his time out there? He does, up to P6. Decent lap from him. We're going to now see, I think, Thomas as well. He's going to come up to P6 as well, replaces him. Blackbone goes up to second, but doesn't take the pole position spot. He's been definitely struggling a little bit, I think, in qualifying pace recently. We saw it in Mexico. Someone who definitely should not be struggling in qualifying pace here is Rose, and obviously I think for everybody else's sake, they don't really want him to take pole, because right now this is a really nice grid that's shaping up. Let's see here, Rose, obviously with purple sector, and the same with Lilo, actually. He should be another person who should be quite up there. Let's have a look. Good battle pole until Rosa gets by 1.5 seconds. Let's have a wait and see. I won't be surprised to see it. It's just, wow, you know? I mean, the pole right now is looking very, very tightly contested, and I will say that Rosa is actually going to come across line for a 39 here. And he does, yeah, what, half a second, 6/10, potentially. Oh, sorry, BRX there looking like he's made a very big mistake. I don't know what he's done there, but he's let by a load of the cars, and that's exactly what he should be doing. Good stuff from him. Who else can we come across here? Alila looks to be a couple of tenths down on Rose's time, so we'll see how that one goes. Blackbone, he's just rushing to the pits, so I don't think he's got anything else going on. But Alila here, he's got no battery, so I don't know how much quicker he's gone throughout this lap. Across the line he will go. He's on a 39 as well, but he's very close with Rose. So, yeah, I mean, once again, I think this is the issue of our reserves, because right now these two here are our reserve drivers, and yeah, I think it's quite clear. I think we talked about this issue last week, where we've seen some of these reserve drivers jump in, and they are incredibly fast, and that is not to discredit them, but it's more just the fact that you kind of know, or it's very predictable of what is going to happen in these qualifying sessions or even races. I think the only thing that could really flip this on its head is if these two crash in the race, and then everything probably gets flipped up there. I think the only person who really could get close to this, at least in these sort of bits here, potentially Bluebird, but he's been having lag issues. You've got Whizburn. He's our full-time driver. He could get close. I think the only person maybe is a small one always Rose leaves. So we'll do this and actually get Bluebird and Rose back in. Give me 1 second here. They've both been invited, so hopefully that one is all done. Henson as well is also starting a lap there. Next out lap, I try not to break my front wing. Okay, so maybe was that outlap there, actually, was your lap there, Blackman, with a wing damage? Because if it was with wing damage, then yeah, it definitely explains the slight pace drop-off you have had. If not, then that is concerning times for you. It's all D-Kit. I don't know if Daniel Tyson was on a lap there. He might, yeah, I think he was. D-Kit may, yeah, potentially have impeded there. I wouldn't be surprised if he actually has. I'm sorry, is it Daniel Tyson just lagged back a lot there? I don't know if that was just me. Anyway, look, Rose has joined back. Whizburn's also starting his lap. Well, actually, sorry, as I say starting, he's pretty much already at the back end. Well, he's 16.2. That's not incredibly quick at a minute. He is... he's got Smallman right behind him, but Smallman's currently a couple of tenths down, potentially saving some more battery here, because I think by the time we spectated him, he had nothing for this last bit, so I think he's just going to use all of it now, see if he can find any more time, and he, yeah, definitely looks like he's using more of it. Let's see where Whizburn goes here, or is he going to go into the pit lane? He's not. Across line, Whizburn will go. Only P7, and the small one, he does improve his time, goes a tenth faster, but nothing else currently. Jeremy Saff, 1.2 seconds up. So this is actually going to land him in the top 3 currently. Across the line, Jeremy Saff will go. Yeah, 3rd place. Fair place, Jeremy Saff. But I think our Henson is going to come knocking on the door here. Can he potentially even dip into the 39s? Or Jeremy Saff retires? Has he spinned it turn one? I don't know. But our Henson there looking quicker. We'll just put it that way. He's very close. Oh no, how's... Oh god. Oh, Jerry Saff, so after just doing that lap, he's out of the session now, which makes absolutely no sense why, unless he's just completely binned it, I don't know. But at the very least, he's done a solid lap, it looks like, and he's currently in 4th. So, you know what? It's, at least for Jeremy South's sake, it's not too bad. It's, unfortunately, he can't really improve anymore on what he's already done. Wisman here is someone who needs to improve on what he's already done. D-Kit as well needs to be someone who actually is kind of struggling. Same with Thomas, interestingly enough. These guys are very far off the pace. But some of them being set by Wisburn, of all people. Definitely wouldn't expect Wisburn to be down there. But Hazard currently, let's see where he goes, because he's also... some of them are quite quick. I mean, I don't know if he's Henson quick in a minute, because usually we say, like I said earlier in the session, you guys are kind of glued together most of the time whenever it's pace-wise. But if it isn't going to be the case, then let's see where Hazard can go here, because he could find himself ahead of Blackbone, ahead of Jeremy Saff as well. He's currently a couple of tenths up, in fact, Hazard. So let's see whereabouts he's going to go. I'm just watching a Lilo and Rose. Let's just making sure that those guys aren't just going to suddenly improve out of nowhere on me. DK currently a couple of tenths down. BRVK, I think he might have either improved or he's currently on his lap. Yeah, I was keeping an eye on DK though as well. Hazard looking pretty decent here, though. He's just not got as much battery for this final straight. He definitely has used a bit more down these sort of sections, so let's have a wait and see. He's going to lift quite early. He actually lifts really early, so yeah, Hazard definitely wants to get all that battery back, or at least as much as he can do before this section. Has he lost time? He's lost a tiny bit compared to his first lap, but now, I mean, he's burning the battery quite a lot. Oh, Blackbone's out! And I can't tell what it is. Oh, it's the castle section. Castle section's claimed a victim, unfortunate for Blackbone, but yeah, he's only be P5 at a maximum, and currently Hazard is still improving. Let's see, did he have the battery in this final straight to improve further? He did. He's gone ahead only just the Blackbone, but that's a P5, and that is a nice lap there from Hazard. Splits the two retired drivers currently. Wisbon a couple of tenths up as well. He definitely needs that sort of pace right now. Yeah, very interesting to see now, because Wisburn obviously still doing his lap. We need to see more out of him, currently anyway. Definitely need him to step it up, because obviously he's currently third in the championship, but he's only 2 points off the lead as well. So definitely needs something here, and he's going to get something nearly a second up. So can challenge the Henson time here, potentially a Lilo as well, although a Lilo currently also improving out there. Let's see now here, Wisburn second up. Let's have a look where he's going to go across these final couple bits here. Potentially, well, actually, he might come into the pit lane just to get that final lap. Is he going to do that? He is, yes. So maybe he didn't think that was a good idea. Blackman said he was 7 tenths up, so definitely going to challenge for that pole position if he was able to finish that lap. Alilo, meanwhile, a couple of tenths up with a lot of battery still to go here. So I think Alilo, not even looking down his final straight, I think he's going to be having that pole position back from Rose. Rose obviously now on that outlap, but I think Alilo will be able to snatch pole right here. I'm going to say probably a 39.6, if I'm going to guess anything. No, that's a lot quicker than I expected. 39.3. That is incredibly quick from Alilo. So, yeah, that's an issue. This is our biggest issue at the minute, because obviously these guys, they're... yeah. I don't really know what to say, to be honest. They're just incredibly quick, and it's kind of unfortunate, because all these guys right here, like, they are also great racers, but he just unfortunately can't find anything here. Zaniel needs to make sure he's not impeded again. It's not really his fault. It's just, I think the McLaren here, Lilo, yeah, he does get out of the way at least. So Zaniel is going to have at least a lap hit of his own. Let's see now into the second sector. 1.5 tenths up, so he's definitely got a chance to beat out the Alpine there, BRVK, who's got damage, and you can definitely tell now he's got a lot of damage on that car. He's not going to be improving any more in this session. These guys, though, some of these guys still actually could be able to make it round to the line. Now, Henson needs to push, but yeah, he needs to make it to the line. I think he should be able to. Meanwhile, someone who's already made the line is starting their last lap. Obviously, Zaniel, we looked at earlier. We're going to look at a small one as well, who's currently on a 40.9. Yellow flags out there. I think that's just for... DK going a little bit slowly there, because I think Zaniel is still on that lap. We'll quickly look at the small one here. He's not really in that middle sector yet. He's got D-Kit right in front here, but he's going to get a nice toe potentially from the Mercedes. Let's have a quick look here. He's got a lot of battery to burn as well here. Here we go. Daniel Tyson actually could be on for a blinder of a final sector. Let's have a look at this. Look at that toe that he's getting from D-Kit. And D-Kit obviously just trying to start his lap. And look at this now. He's absolutely flying, just trying to get out of the way potentially of this final lap. Across line, Daniel will go. Goes ninth fastest, 1.1 seconds up. That was a perfect toe. If he meant it or not, that was brilliant. So Daniel Tyson actually is really made a gap in that final couple of corners there. Is Thomas going across the line? No, not yet. The small one, maybe a little bit deep there, but he's managed to hold on to it. Let's see where he's going to be currently at here. Half a second up, and he's got more battery to play with here in this final sector. You can see him here, essentially on a Jeremy Saff range, I'm going to say, but obviously he's got more batteries to now play with. So, yeah, never know. Obviously, Bluebird and Mesa with those qualifying bans, they're not going to be improving anymore. Someone trying everything to get a toe. But obviously, Timo Henson, he wants to try and get that lap sorted as well. Across the line, the small one will go. Does he go any quicker than Jeremy Saff? He doesn't, but he does go just a little bit ahead of Hazard. So, yeah, Saw not the greatest qualifying, but he has at least managed to get another attempt in. Rose, meanwhile, 2.5 tenths up. Alilo, 2.5 tenths down. So potentially here, Rose could still be on for something. I don't know, but we've also got Whizbang out there currently. Let's see, is he on a better lap right now? Because he's only got 41.2, 3 tenths up. That's why I had to hesitate so much over. Yeah, he's 3 tenths up currently. Let's see where Rose is going to go, however. He's got all the battery, and he slows down. That's it. He's done. Oh, no, he wants to disqualify himself, doesn't he? So, yeah, he wants to start from the back. Will Alilo do the same? I don't believe he will. But our heads are currently 2.5 tenths up. So, you know what? He could have maybe actually found himself ahead of Rose's legitimate time there. Meanwhile, we're going to see Thomas come across the line now. Does he improve? Oh, he doesn't improve. Real struggle there for Thomas there. D-Kit as well. Unfortunately, him not really working anything there. As all Rose's car comes into a sort of weird spot there on the pit lane. Meanwhile, Henson, the small one, both these guys still out there. Lilo's still out there, but will he retire? I don't think he will. Let's see where Henson is first here. 4.5 tenths up. This is a great lap from Henson. The small one as well. I think he's bailed. Yeah, he's bailed. So, or he might not have actually been doing a lap at all. Let's see where Whizbun goes here, because right now Henson looks to be beating whatever time this is going to be. Across the line, Whizbun goes 39.9. Henson could have this on the front row right now, which is usually something we wouldn't be wanting to say. Across the line here, we're a 39.7. What a lap there from Henson at the def to take it P2. That's a really strong lap there from Henson. And I think he's probably going to know that now. Yeah, just crazy stuff. Yeah, just crazy stuff there. Obviously, Rosie wants to disqualify himself, which is fair enough. He loves usually doing this sort of thing where he starts and lasts, at least with some sort of hindrance. But, wow, you know, very big congrats to our heads there on the front row. And even if not, I mean, he would have been pretty decently up there, because we've got a Lilo on pole position. Unfortunately, a big gap to our Henson, but he's got to be taking some pride in that P2. Whizman in P3, Jeremy Sapp, bit of a surprise one there in P4. The small one in P5, a little bit off for him, but you know what? He's still pretty much going to be contesting at the front anyway. Hazard in P6, Blackman in P7, another off day for our championship contender right now. Daniel Tyson P8, lovely lap from him. Deacon P9, Thomas P10, BRVK P11, last 5 finish times. Mason Lubo with qualifying ban, and we had Rose there purposely disqualifying himself. So, yeah, just very interesting to see. In terms of that pace there, because we only had a couple of drivers in the 39s. We had one, obviously, miles into the 39s there. I think Rose would have done the same. But, yeah, very interesting to have a look at now, because we're going to go to this race. I don't think there's any rain forecast. We've not heard anyone say about it at all. But, yeah, let's have a quick look. What tyres are we seeing here? Not much variety by the looks of it right now. Although I'm sure that will change in a couple of seconds' time when everyone else actually does load in and all that sort of stuff. They will get their tyres on that they actually want instead of just going for the hard tyres, I hope. Especially if you go for the hard tyres lap one. I mean, if there's in the safety car, you've got no real flexibility, actually. So, Yeah, there you go. Look, Lilo's starting on those mediums. I had some mediums, Rose mediums as well. Maybe seeing a lot of these drivers going to try and pick hard tyres, and that is what they want. And there we go. We're actually immediately going to the 5 red lights. We've only got a couple of drivers on medium tyres. The rest are on hards. 5 red lights, and we are underway there. As Mason didn't really get a good start. Bluebird's still not here, in fact. And Lilo covers off into turn 1 quite nicely. Jerry Saff up to P3 already. You got small one there, battling away with Hazard. See now here, Hazard into the next turn. He's going to go quite late. That's very late from someone else there. There's Hazard half into the wall. I don't know who that one was. I want to say it might have been Daniel Tyson going quite late there, but he was also side by side with someone else. So, yeah, a lot of people definitely shifting positions right now. Rose already up to P7, which is insane to say. The small one further down here, as he's side by side with the 2 Alpines, in fact. Yellow flag further down there, or the small one's got damage as well. I don't know what has happened. But yeah, more people having issues in that first lap. I don't know what that was. I think it was Zaniel alongside maybe BRV6K. I don't know who it was, but whatever it was, they were miles away on the brakes. And they definitely caused some carnage, which is a bit of a shame. There's someone actually hit the wall further back there. I think it's Zaniel. Yeah, definitely with some wing damage now. You've got to be careful of this castle section as well now, because that is going to be a painful one. And there we go. There's F1 Mason there, half into the wall. And I think Blackburn now actually has had a very big issue too. Don't know how he's been down to P12, but I think he might have been caught up in whatever happened, because he's down 5 places. That is rough for him. Oh, that's a very big crash there. We got D-Kit out as well. That's a virtual safety car. Yeah, oh my god. So a lot of carnage, but at least a lot of these guys here can go and fix their wings now, which is definitely something that they wanted to do. And there's a full safety car, in fact, as everybody slows fully down here. We've got, I think Zaniel there probably be really, really annoyed about that start, because he at least can fix his wing and all that sort of thing. But yeah, bit of a shame for him. Meanwhile, though, we're going to see potential Hans come to the pit lane. No, he does not. Jeremy Saff does, however. Does he even change his wing? So I didn't see any wing damage on that car. Or maybe he just wants to get off of those hard tyres, which is a bit of a weird thing to say. So if he has got wing damage, then, yeah, he's definitely going to a set of mediums, I'd assume. Yes, he does have wing damage, so I don't know how he's got it. But, yeah, there we go. Anyway, Bluebird's ghosted car here. He's up into P7. We just haven't been able to get him back in. Everyone here is Daniel going on softs, so maybe we want to get them ones out of the way ASAP there, and it's just... Yeah, I don't like that first lap, though. I think someone's been definitely caught out by the braking, just to put it lightly, and it's unfortunately settled a lot of these guys in the midfield. We had a small one there. I mean, Zaniel, I think, was part of it, so yeah, real unfortunate. However, though, let's look at our current grid. We've got a Lilo in the lead. Henson's still holding on with that front row right now. Wisburn P3 has the P4. Thomas P5, BVK retires as well. Weirdly enough, I don't know why he actually... Oh, no, he's actually crashed. Oh, my goodness me. It's only the safety car, guys. Oh, wow. It's only the safety car. You don't need to go that aggressive. Oh, my. Yeah, wow. But anyway, right now, we've got these people right here. I don't think Bluebird can really be ghosted for, unfortunately. He's just still going to be P7. I think he will be. For the foreseeable future. I mean, obviously, I don't think he'll score points, as he's not been here, but he does at least set that qualifying ban, or at least he's tried to be here. I'll give him one more invite, and if he does join back, but then it might kick him again if he leaves. It's a bit of a weird one, to be honest, but at least we know that he's definitely served his qualifying ban. Meanwhile, though, Alilo obviously still leading. Interesting to see these guys go mediums, though. I'm very interested to see that, because I don't expect their mediums to come up in the second stint, potentially even third stint. I know there's going to be 2 stops around here, but these mediums wear quite fast, and on high fuel as well, they're going to wear out. And I don't want to be the bringer of bad news, but we have Wisburn here on the hard tyres, probably ready to pounce. So Hazard as well, actually, up 2 places, Thomas up 5. So all these guys here are doing a solid job. Obviously, misfortunes aside for Jeremy South, Swan and Blackbone, these guys are all a great start, so you can't really say much else about it. Hazard's had a great start there to go into P4 on the hard tyres. Thomas made 5 places up in that car, and he's managed to avoid, I think, most, or if not all of it, is up to P5. Rose as well managed to avoid most, if not all of it, is up to P6. And I was going to say Bluebird, but obviously he's in a ghosted car here. So at least his AI's done a kind of solid job, I guess. I think that's the only way I'm going to really say it there. Um, it's still rough though, these first laps. I don't like what is going on here, really. BRB6K having some very strong words of criticism for himself. We'll just put it lightly. He did not really enjoy what just happened there. However, he's probably still liking life here currently more than Blackburn. Blackburn, unfortunately for him, is just really been having a rough few races, and obviously that BRBK now leaves the session. He's not in the lobby anymore. But yeah, I think Blackburn is the main person who would be not really liking what he's seeing at the minute. Currently down in P11, and his title rivals are P3 and P6, which is, if anything, an issue. A very big one as well. I think that's the only thing I'm really going to say there. It is a big issue for him to still be in P11, and yeah, I mean, the title's slipping away. We'll just put it that way for him. He really needs to try and get back up on his feet, and if he does that, I think he'll be definitely quite solid in these last rounds, but I don't know, he's also hope for some misfortune, maybe some absences from the rest of these guys. Safety car should be in this lap though. He's already done this one lap round the field here, and yeah, there we go. Safety car is in this lap. Obviously, people underfueling here as well. We've seen Wisman here currently already overfueled, same with Thomas and Rose. But yeah, I would definitely expect some of these guys to still be underfueled. And it makes perfect sense as to why. Currently, though, Lilo's going very slowly. Obviously, he's going to be higher than 50 mile an hour, and he definitely has now just crossed over that. So maybe it was just limited by the game, which is not an issue. As long as we know that you can prove it's a limiter, then it's completely fine. But yeah, you don't want to go any slower than 50 mile an hour for a big amount of time here. The only other issue here is that we are going to have potential hits to the back of people here, because obviously this straight is not the best for it. But meanwhile, though, Lilo now has gone, and yeah, we're already seeing a bit of chaos here with the position movings. But yeah, there we go. Anyway, Lilo has gone, and there's a massive gulf, obviously because of Bluebird's AI. Everyone's going to try and make their way by that. Thomas there defending from Rose as Jeremy Sams, Daniel Tyson, all these guys now start picking off the AI of Bluebird. Meanwhile, though, we're going to look at a potential fight for the lead here. Lilo under pressure potentially here from our Henson. We're going to see, is this next turn? No, we aren't. Unless Lilo makes a mistake, and he has actually gone quite wide. Let's see it now from our Henson. He can't find any way past just yet. Blackman here has finally got by the ghosted car of our Henson. Let's see now, Lilo definitely got a lot better traction, or at the very least, definitely flying that car better throughout that corner. We're going to see Blackman potentially try to make a move here. Can't find a move on a base of Vico. He actually has to cut the corner there, Mason, and there's damage as well for Blackburn. This is just going so badly for him this race, and it's really unfortunate to see. Meanwhile, oh, sorry, a bit of contact in the back there as well. I think between Daniel Tyson, the small one potentially. Oh, and there's even more slowing up as Jeremy Sapp there has let people go. I don't know what that was then, but oh no, Jerry Sapp's left. Oh no. Oh no. So I'm going to try and get it back in, but oh, that's just a shame. Oh, he's not even online as well. Hold on 1 second. Oh no, he is online. There we go. We're going to try and see if we can get him back in ASAP there, but that is really unfortunate. Jeremy Saff. We're going to try and keep him in here potentially if we can. But meanwhile here, we've now got Zaniel having to defend from the Swan. The Swan's going to try a really aggressive move if he can find that, but he definitely can't. And Zaniel, I think he's actually trying to save battery then. Look, there you go, Swan even in slightly into the back of him there. Meanwhile, out in front, Lilo and our Henson, both these guys are doing pretty well currently. And the small one now is we buy the Williams. No, the Williams are going to come back at him with the overtake mode. The small one, maybe going to try and find a move? No, he can't. Zaniel looking okay currently. He's still obviously had his moments. But right now, he's doing all right, holding off the Rebel there. I was going to say, maybe not holding him off for any longer, though, and I don't think he's going to. There we go. The small one is now past, and I think he's going to stay by. Yeah, there we go. Zaniel's going to try and find anything back. No, he cannot. But meanwhile, though, Thomas still holding on the back of Hazard here, who's not really keeping tabs of Whisper, which, in all fairness, you know what, that's not bad. I'll be honest, it's not bad to say that, because Hazard obviously, we know he's not on the pace of Wisman here, and we're not really surprised. Deekit leaves as well, obviously retired early on. I think we were a crash with, I believe, one of the Williams cars. But I mean, yeah, I don't know what else to really say here other than Hazard's going to try and keep with Wisburn here, and Wisburn's going to try and get back with Lilo and Henson. And actually, in fact, Henson's looking quite nice here on battery, about the same as Lilo, which is pretty impressive to see, because Lilo normally, at least from what we saw of him, looked like he was occasionally streaking away, but right now that is not the case. Henson looking quite competitive, we have to say. And Lilo here using a lot of that battery, in fact. He's using all of it. And Henson now, he's going to have a much better run throughout these next couple of corners here. Probably broke my front wing than the next corner TNF. Oh, did you do that with the pit lane, mate? Oh, no. Big unfortunate bit there. But meanwhile, sorry, there could be a fight for the lead of this race. As Rose did get Thomas, Henson there does start saving his battery. He's got a bit more now, in fact. Van and Lilo out in front. We'll have a quick look, though, further down the field here. Blackbone has got a completely noseless car out on him there. That is definitely a new way of seeing people break their wings. That's completely noseless, in fact. So, yeah, he's still doing all right in this race. He's still got the full front wing on his car. It's just, yeah, it's definitely a lovely visual glitch right there. Zaniel going to try and find a move, can't find that move. Sorry, it looks quite hilarious, actually. But, yeah, meanwhile, sorry, I don't know if Thomas made any contact with the wall or anything else like that, but his car looks all okay. Now he's starting to lose some time to these guys here. Wisburn as well, getting closer to the guys out in front, but so is Hazard. So maybe Baku is a bit more of an equaliser than we would have thought. I mean, right now, the battery situation is back to the same as it was out in front, with everybody both on 100% still. Elias still trying to break that 1 second. Wisdom still trying to get within that 1 second. Hazard just trying to stay in, because if he stays in, he's actually unfortunately got one of the least high battery numbers here. But if he stays in, he's got a good chance to hold up Rose for now. And I think actually there, Wisdom made a mistake. Yeah, he definitely looked quite wide, or at the very least was offline quite a bit. We're going to see now, though, Lilo and Henson once again. These two might have been very actually unexpected contenders for the win. I think Henson, the main one, who is the unexpected contender. Lilo's got nothing left on that boost button. Henson's also got very minimal battery left. But let's see it now. Can he find a way down towards turn one? Can he find anything? I don't believe he can. Someone's coming into the pit lane. I think that's Rose, interestingly enough, on the medium tyres. So I don't know if he made any sort of contact with anyone, or has he got like potentially a front wing change? No, he's just going for a regular pit stop. So yeah, onto the hard tyres he will go. Maybe just trying to undercut these guys at the minute, because right now Wisburn struggling out there, and Hazard's on the back of him as well. I mean, right now the guys that I said they were doing just okay in a minute, they're doing solid. Hazard in P4, Henson P2, both of these guys looking to take their respective positions ahead of them. Oh, sorry there, I think Sworn had a massive slide or something right there. As Blackman, I think, also had the same. But whatever it was there, the Sworn and Blackbone, 6 and 7 currently, not doing the best for their respective pace levels. Obviously, I think both of them are damaged after that first turn, so we're not going to we're not going to say too much about that, as Henson's getting very close to the wall there once he went on board with him. I think everyone, obviously, has got to deal with that challenge throughout the rest of this race all the time. It's just incredible to see as well. Sorry, meanwhile, Joey Saff is back in the race. Sorry, I just want to make sure of that one. Yeah, meanwhile, though, Henson just creeping on the back of Lilo every single time here. Lilo, in fact, actually using some battery out of this spot. So Henson here is going to have, what, borderline 90% battery, and Lilo's only got 50%. This is going to be the first time I think we'll start seeing, I think actually maybe Lilo trying to pull the trigger for an undercut, or maybe trying to cover off Rose, because Henson right now, he is definitely going to have this move in the bag. Lilo just doesn't look like he's going to fight it, and I believe Lilo will come into the pit lane. No, he doesn't. Okay, so that's a legitimate overtake on track there. Henson into the lead of this race, and also has that overtake as well. So, yeah, very interesting to see. I thought that was Lilo there, just using his battery because he was going to come into the pit lane this lap, but no, he is not. Someone who is, though, is Daniel Tyson here. He's in the pit lane, potentially going to the hard tyres again, which I don't blame him for. Those medium tyres, soft tyres, sorry, will probably be awful. But he's on to the set of mediums, so he's only going to be on a 2-stop strategy, the very least, for the rest of this race. Is Jemmy Saff. Oh, no, the small one. Oh, what happened to the small one? I don't know that's contact or anything. He looks like he's just completely pulled over again. I don't know what is going on with the small one. Is there any... I don't know. It might just be me just like being really weird though. At least that down that straight. It looked like his car was doing a sort of thing we see on TV, like they crab, like they hit the suspension in a weird way, and then they they're steering quite oddly. But I don't know. This one doesn't look the most comfortable here, and I can't tell why. At least at the minute. Meanwhile, sorry, we've got our Henson potentially about to break DRS on a Lilo, which is a big thing there. Oh, he does tap the wall though. So yeah, I think a Lilo actually might have done the same. No, actually, Lilo pretty much nailed that one. Yeah, the flag's been wild. Is that Thomas? I don't know if that was Thomas or not. Whoever it was, unfortunately for them, they have definitely got some sort of issue out on now. I don't know who it was. Was it Zaniel potentially? No, it wasn't Zaniel. It wasn't Bluebird, obviously. Yeah, I'm not too sure. But anyway, our Henson and Lilo, both these guys still dueling it out in front. But Wisburn has joined the party. So has Hazard. All these guys are basically no battery as well. Wisburn, the only one there, actually a decent amount. Obviously, Rose as well. He's gone early with this pit stop. So it definitely looks like he's to be on a two-stop strategy. And he's now got the small one coming up right at him. I think the small one here might come into the pit lane now. So I don't know what's going on though with him. So he definitely pulled out at a certain point where he shouldn't have. I don't know if has someone got an issue potentially, like a hardware issue that he's got. I don't know. He's onto a set of hard tyres. Oh, yellow flag. Oh, Mason's retired out on track, and that's a full course safety car. So our Henson, big winner. A Lilo, big winner. Even some of these guys here on the hard tyres, they're going to be big winners actually. There's going to be another safety car. I don't know how Mason retired. But yeah, there we go. Unfortunate for Rose, because I think that undercut that he's trying to threaten ain't going to be threatening anymore. It's going to leave our Henson potentially out in the lead of this race. I would only assume they go to hard tyres here. I mean, yeah, it's lap 9 currently. I don't know how long they could take the hards for, but if they can take them any amount of distance, I want to say, 15 laps? It'll be lap 10, probably end of lap 11 by the time everyone catches up. So, yeah, I mean, if it was me, I'd put onto a set of hard tyres and then just blitz it from there. I mean, our Henson currently on the mediums has looked pretty good, but I think also part of that is also because of the tyre temperatures, all this sort of stuff that apparently really plague these medium tyres throughout this Grand Prix so far. Interestingly enough, though, Wisman and Hazard, even Thomas here in the background, even Blackbone to an extent, I'm not sure what they're going to do on those hard tyres there. I'm really not sure. But yeah, these guys, no brainers come in, surely. And there we go, yeah, look, Heinz in the pit lane. He's going to make sure he doesn't mess up the speeding here. He's got a lot of time to do. And I think all these guys will make sure they don't make a mistake here on the speeding, and have really tried there. Hazard to get ahead of Wisburn, but he did not. Henson in the pit lane and straight out again. Hazard goes onto a set of medium tyres. I expect a lot of these guys go on medium tyres, but Thomas, we've seen this before, where he stays out and then just takes the strategy his own way, see how his pace goes. So he's not going to be Henson in the lead of this race. Rose as well has not benefited whatsoever from an undercut, because he's now on a couple of holder tyres and has now got everyone that he was behind still ahead of him and with fresher tyres. I would definitely say watch for Wisburn on this restart. Potentially watch for Hazard. Blackburn, I say, is someone to watch as well. Meanwhile, sorry, Zaniel does go through into P8. Oh, the small one. Definitely clips his wing quite a lot there. So, what the fuck is going on? Rapids as our Henson. So, yeah, he's definitely enjoying his car right now. I think the best thing for him to do is if he can try and immediately get ahead of Thomas and then just see what happens from there. I'm assuming the small one's got some sort of hardware issue, because he has hit the wall a couple of times and has also pulled over to the side of the track quite a bit. So I don't know if there's anything wrong with that car. Or maybe it just doesn't like the setup. It might just be either one here. But yeah, whatever it is, he is definitely struggling. And right now, actually, this safety car is probably going to end at the end of lap 11. Because the small one now have to pit. Bluebird is also miles back, and they don't pull the safety car in until everybody is caught up. Another thing that's actually quite interesting here is the penalties. Let's have a quick look at this. So we've got, well, I mean, in terms of people left in this race, We have Hazard and Blackbone with one warning. That's it. That's literally all we have, because Zanya only got a collision. Mason here only got a collision, and he's actually also out of this race. That's how the safety car got called. So yeah, no one here has got really any track limit penalties other than Hazard and was it Blackburn again? Hold on a second. Yeah, Hazard and Blackburn. Yeah, so the pair of those two. Oh, sorry, actually, it's Hazard in the pit lane again. So, okay, Hazard has given up his track position here, but he's going on to his set of hards again. So this now means that Thomas, so for example, he has to pit again. Wisburn, he'll have to pit again. Rose probably has to pit again. Zaniel has to pit again. The small one has to pit again. Jeremy South's retired, which is really weird to say because he's had a really good race so far, but apparently not. I don't know why people retire like that. It doesn't make any sense to me because you are in points-paying positions, and it doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, I don't get it. But, yeah, anyway, sorry. Henson and Thomas, these two potentially might want to work together. If Thomas suddenly found a lot of pace on those older hard tyres, he can potentially try and work together that way. I really don't know. But right now, in a minute, Bluebird still trying to catch up to the back of this pack. I believe the safety car will be in this up regardless. And then, yeah, I think 15 laps on these hard tyres, I think is feasible. I don't know if it's possible, but I think it definitely could happen from some of these guys. And I think Hazard is exactly what he's trying to do here. So that's why he's pit onto his set of fresh ones. Yeah, I mean, right now, it's currently a great day for McLaren, but obviously Thomas needs to pit once again. Yeah, really annoying to see. It's actually a bit of a other tangent here. Really annoying to see a lot of the full-time drivers check out today. Definitely quite annoying to see only 14 drivers in this race, especially as we had a bunch of people in the past couple of races. A bit of a shame to see. But right now, the safety car's not in the pit lane, so I think as soon as Bluebird catches up, it will come in. But he might not catch up on this lap. I don't know. It might be a very late call that we're about to see here, because we're on board, or at least on the camera TV here, with Thomas, and he's still trying to warm his tyres, but it might get called in any second now, because Bluebird's catching up, and I think it'd be a bit too late now. They want to try and bring it in. Yeah, it's too late now. So we're going round for one more lap, which I don't really know if it's news to anybody's ears here, potentially. Maybe Hazard. He obviously wants to try and now go with those hard tyres to the end of the race, so he's definitely going to be quite careful on the wear there. But I think a couple of these guys are going to try and do the same as well. Henson and Lilo, Blackbone as well. I think those guys really want to go to the end on those hard tyres. So, I don't know. I mean, I really don't know what to say, to be honest, at the minute. I definitely think those guys can make it to the end. It's just, what if, really, for Hazard right now? Because obviously he went onto the hard tyres at the start, now went to the mediums, and went back to the hard tyres. I think he wants to do another stop in this race. So, yeah, unfortunate. But we're just going to keep waiting and seeing right now, because we've still got half of this race left right now. And, yeah, nothing else really to say, because Thomas still leads. He's the only one here to not make a pit stop in this race. And, yeah, I mean, we kind of need to wait for him to make his pit stop, because right now he can go hard medium. It's just whenever he chooses to go to those medium tyres is what he wants to go and look at. Meanwhile, Henson still looking pretty good. And to be fair, if he's in that lead right now, I might as well start talking about it. The potential of him winning, because it looks to me that Rose will need to pit again. His main concern is, I think, holding off a Lilo, potentially Blackbone and Wisburn as well, all these sorts of guys. But at the minute, he's looked quite on pace with a Lilo currently, so he's just got to be careful not to mess that one up. If he doesn't mess that one up, I can see him being a strong contender for a win today. And the last time he won a race, at least at BRL, was back in the very, very first season that we ever did on F1 2021. And I'm going to say it's at least 4 years ago. I think, it just leaves on the top of my head, I think it's April 2022. It is currently August 2026. So if he does win this race, I mean, just fair play to him. That's all I'm going to have to say. But right now, we've still got half the race left. I think it's a bit too early to be talking about race wins, but I just wanted to mention it. That was all. Meanwhile, Thomas is trying to lead us away. Henson in the background is just trying to guess when he is going to go, because safety car is already in the pit lane. He can go whenever he wants now, and he's gone now. And Lilo, though, unfortunately, is right on the back of him here. Who else is on the back of anyone else? Not Rose. Blackburn actually is keeping it under a fair bit more than that. But right now, Thomas here, it looks like someone's boxing in the pair of these guys. Lilo's going to go to the inside. He's going to be free wide here into the first turn, but Lilo had to back out, and Henson still holds on to the lead of this race after all of that. Thomas here now basically like a mobile chicane out there, and he's dropped now to P3 already as Lilo now properly makes that move. Wisman here now trying his best to make that move on the medium tyres, because he needs to right now. He's got to make some sort of move on those mediums. He's going to do his best. Down the inside there, no contact made. Lovely move from Wisman there. If he can keep it, Thomas goes back on the inside. It's really close racing. But Thomas there, you saw that rear end twitch. He cannot find a grip on those tyres currently, and he's gone a little bit wide once again. This could set up a potential move for Rose, but I'm not seeing anything just yet for him. Meanwhile, out in front, our Henson is about to break 1 second. This is incredible stuff to see. Is meanwhile Hazard ahead of Daniel Tyson right now. Daniel Tyson, obviously on the medium tyres, and they're older mediums too, so he's definitely struggling a little bit there. But I think Hazard potentially has cut the corner while trying to make that move. So it's not an illegal overtake, but potentially he's on a warning, and that might be something he needs to start watching out for. Meanwhile, Thomas is still holding up Rose, and obviously Rose here on the older tyres as well. He's actually getting hounded a bit by Blackbone in the background, and we know that Blackbone, at least by what he said in qualifying, he looked quite quick. Meanwhile, everyone else here is trying to chase down our Henson. I think Lilo will stay within this 1 second window, but it will not be by much. Our Henson doing his best to break it, but I just don't think he's going to be able to. He did his best, but yeah, he'd not be able to break it. Meanwhile, though, Rose and Blackburn now going to pass Thomas. Thomas just sitting duck there with his battery. And we're actually going to see it from this point of view here. We're actually going to see it from Hazard here, who's already up to P6 on those older tyres. Thomas tries to find a way back through. It's quite close, but he can't make it work there. As meanwhile, Blackbone just went a little bit too deep there, fighting Rose, and Rose goes back through on Blackbone. Yeah, I mean, when I said this race would be a bit unpredictable, I did not expect it to be like this, though. Our Henson leading. Rhodes looking like a bit of a back foot as well. Blackman as well, going for a little bit of a comeback drive, if anything, here. He's going to try his best to make some moves eventually. Hazard as well, looking pretty good, because once again, he can make it to the end of this race. Rose can't. Wisburn can't. If he finds another move, he's potentially on the podium as well. So, yeah, once again, just got to wait and see still. But meanwhile, the small one is still out there, but he's onto a set of mediums, and he's also quite far back. I don't think he got damage off that restart, at least on what I could tell. Let me have a very quick look. Pit stops right now. Let's look at the most recent one. Oh, he did get damage as well, so I don't know what is going on with the Swarm. He seems to be just constantly in the walls, but at least we know that his teammate is doing a solid right now, and they're both kind of matching pace, him and Lilo. Wisburn a little bit further back, hanging on. Rose can't, obviously on those older hard tyres now, and once again he might have to pit too, so just going to throw that one out there for you. Wisburn as well will have to pit, but he's just going to try and make those mediums work as well as he possibly can. Our Henson here still looking pretty okay, but he's got no battery left. Lilo hasn't either, though, as Blackman, he's going to get past Rose here, and actually a little bit before all this sort of thing kicks off. There's a Lilo there with a fast lap of the race. Will Blackman beat it? No, he won't. Daniel Tyson, meanwhile, actually gets ahead of Thomas, because Thomas here, 14 lap old hard tyres. They're definitely going to be quite ruined right now. Meanwhile, though, our Henson definitely got a bit of a battery deficit now on this straight. He's a Lilo now maybe starting to smell some bit of blood coming from the back of that Red Bull. Meanwhile, Rose tries to think of a move. Can't find anything to the inside, but Blackman actually tags the wall slightly in all of that. Bluebear's AI coming to the pit lane there is, I think, Thomas and Zaniel, both of those two still going for it. Thomas trying to find any sort of defensive move, and he's trying his best. Zaniel back around the outside. It looks like he's actually made it work there, Zaniel, and he is back up into that 7th spot. And I think, maybe Thomas here definitely risked it quite a lot with that strategy. So, I mean, Not sure what else to think here. But right now, though, our Henson just still trying to manage that battery in a minute because he's not got as much in. Obviously, he's not going to overtake too. So potentially, you might want to think about letting a Lilo buy for that overtake mode. You don't know, really. But yeah, it's because the overtake mode, actually, now I've noticed it, it's in a weird spot. Like, I'll try and let people know when it is. It is right now. So, yeah, definitely in a weird spot. Lila, meanwhile, has got maximum battery to go now. Our Henson is going to maybe try his best to do any sort of defensing here. Defensive moves. But yeah, I think I quite doubt this one because now Alilo has got a lot more battery and the overtake mode on him. I think Alilo is going to retake the lead of this race, and that he is going to surely here, going down this back straight. He's going to here up into the lead of the race. And now our Henson, I think, will just be trying to do the exact same thing that Alilo's been doing the whole time. Just wait for a couple laps and then pounce when you can. Because I think right now, if you're in the lead, it's a struggle to recharge your battery by the looks of things. And that's definitely saying something right now. Because usually we still don't see that many battery struggles when everyone's still in the lead. Like, you know, obviously it's easier to recharge when you're behind. But we usually don't see it this bad. And it's very interesting to see. Because meanwhile now, Thomas still out there fighting with Zaniel. Zaniel's got the better grip on those tyres. A little bit of contact, definitely a lot of contact, actually. And Thomas there gives him a quick weave, going like, what are you doing? But yeah, very interesting to see there. Actually, sorry, our Henson lost a lot of time to Alilo, actually. Also, actually lost a lot of time. So I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe it's just the time gap's being quite weird here, because now actually he's getting some of it back. But actually, Alilo has been pushing a lot more this lap. You can very much tell. And now our Henson's also got to try and use some of that battery alongside it. So yeah, definitely Alilo already suddenly trying to stretch his legs as soon as he's found that taste of P1. And he's doing it quite well at the minute, and I think he might just about get out of it. However, he's not been in a really nice spot either for when he's here. He's got about 50% battery left. Our Henson has got about 70. So by the time it's next lap, it'll be about the same situation again. It's just no one will have the overtake mode. Yeah, there you go, look, Alilo here without battery. Our Henson all of a sudden gaining a lot of time back. So yeah, it's basically the same thing as what just happened down a main straight last time. Meanwhile, though, Blackbone up into third place. Someone who all of a sudden has become part of this here. We've got Wisman back down the inside. Can he find it? Blackbone goes deep. He could potentially find it here. And he's going to do his best. But no, Wisman's a slot back in. He's going to be back down to that fourth place there. But Blackbone goes a little bit wide there, I think. And Wisman now might try and find some sort of move. He's actually got a lot of battery to go as well. Let's see. I don't think he's going to be able to make it here. But yeah, there you go. Still some fight left in Wisman here. And also he's got Rose on the back here. Potentially Rose might go to the end. I don't know. But yeah, Zaniel in the pit lane. I think Zaniel's done 3 stops, or Thomas has done 1, which is absolutely ridiculous to say, might I add. But yeah, meanwhile, sorry, we have got these guys back to around the same battery level. But with a little bit better gap there, sorry. Meanwhile, as I say that, our Henson has a very bad twitch on the rear of his car. He's doing his best to keep with a chance of winning this race, because if he's got a chance, he definitely is going to take it, because obviously he has not won for a long, long time. Yeah, I think period, to be honest. I mean, obviously, he might be winning in other leagues that I might not be aware of, but yeah, just in here, I think even with like a sprint win, for example, I think he's not won in absolutely ages. But he has picked up that overtake mode back in, which is quite crucial for this race, because we've actually suddenly seen that just how powerful it could be. And here we go, look, once again, he's just about in the battery level here, and he's going to start gaining more once again down this straight with Lilo, and there you go. Done the exact same thing. They're actually trying to use all the battery, but it's just not there. Because meanwhile, Rose is by Wisman. Will Wisman find any sort of yo-yo techniques here? I don't think he's going to. He's just going to slot back down back into P5, and once again, he will have to pit at some point in this race, potentially for another set of mediums, but I'd say if he's got it, another set of hards is definitely what he should be doing. Meanwhile, though, Thomas finally in the pit lane, and it's definitely expected here. Meanwhile, Zaniel and the small one, both of these two, still out there out on track. Zaniel on the fresher, hard compound tyres, but the small one on the softer, medium rubber. We'll have to wait and see if he can find a way through there. And actually, to be fair, let's see if Thomas is ahead of these guys. It's actually quite key for him. And he might just about do it, or he might get taken by 1. Will he get taken by 2? I don't know if he will. We're very close here going out the pit lane, and he's just ahead of the small one there. Actually, the small one got a really big twitch on as well. So, yeah, unfortunately for the small one, but now Thomas already looking to try and make a move immediately. You can see how slow he already is. Meanwhile, while I say all this, actually, I was hyping him Hazard to be a bit of a threat in this race. Unfortunately, dropped back a little bit on those hard compound tyres. However, once again, I think these guys are going to still have the pit in this race. So he's got a good chance of still holding on to a really good result right now. Meanwhile, a Lilo just maybe not able to drop our Henson. I think our Henson still got the battery now. I might be wrong. But if he only just did, then he's in a really good spot because a Lilo here is going to use all his battery. But then once again, our Henson's got another 20% in his pocket still. And, yeah, I think he did keep in our overtake mode. Yeah, he absolutely has. And has actually got more battery to keep going down here. So he's going to gain a lot down this straight. Yeah, there we go. Back down to 6/10. So he's got to start worrying once again at Lilo because he's just not able to shake him fully off. And it's just really interesting to see because our Henson right now, I mean, he even's quite surprised himself. He's surprised at how quick he was going in this race. He's going to use some battery down here. Lilo's going to have none left. I don't think our Henson will either by the end of this straight. No, actually, he's going to start saving quite early there. So, yeah, you can tell he's closed up once again. And that's exactly the point. It's going to be quite difficult to see if he can actually maybe make that move go. But, yeah, if he does make that move go, fair play to him. Meanwhile, though, Thomas here really side-by-side with Zaniel. And I think Zaniel is just going to have to concede this place. He does. He's still going to be on the outside, though. So potentially a move is on. I'm actually going to watch it from the small one's point of view here. Zaniel and Thomas, they're looking very close together there. And now the small one, will he try and pick up the pieces? Will he try and pick up two moves in one? Let's have to wait and see. I think he's going to be a bit boxed in here, though, however. Yeah, he's going to have to back out, unfortunately. Thomas, though, back through. Zaniel trying to find a way around the outside. He realises there's no space left for an F1 car to pit through. And then Zaniel really cutting off the small one. Seems to be okay to me, but obviously may not be the best thing for him. Meanwhile, though, our Henson looking just a little bit closer now to the back of a Lilo. And I can tell a Lilo there actually went on to none battery. So, yeah, they're going to try and save that battery. But now our Henson still on the back of him here. And he's going to have a lot of battery to go still. A Lilo doing his best to sort of get the run through a lot of this exit and then just hold the battery on for that time. But our Henson's doing it a bit differently. Just seeing when he can use this sort of battery. I think he's going to start using it now. Because Lilo's not got much left with him. Yeah, he's actually lifting quite a bit. Sorry, meanwhile, Rose managed to make his way back past Blackburn. So maybe Rose might be trying to go to the end of this race. So Wisburn definitely in the pit lane. I'm not surprised by that one at all. And that actually as well promotes Hazard up into that 5th place. Yeah, incredible stuff actually from Hazard as well. Because once again, he lacks some race pace to usually all the people around him. But right now today, he's been definitely on it as well. I think driver of the day, no matter what here, will probably have to go to our Henson. I think that'll be a pretty much no-brainer. That's all we have to say about this. Is all we actually just take the wall there slightly. So I don't want him ruining the race now, but yeah, at the very least, you can say he's done an absolutely solid race. And yeah, right now he's having a tiny bit flustered there. Looks to still be all okay though, going through this section. You just got to make sure he's just keeping it clean. And even if he gets to 2nd place, then, I mean, come on, let's be honest, 2nd place, still incredibly solid with a field of a Lilo, Rose, Blackburn, Wisburn. I mean, hell, even Thomas and the small one. Obviously, Bluebird, not been here, basically. But, yeah, there you go. I think he's going to get into overtake mode. He does. But unfortunately, here comes Rose, also with now that overtake mode. So, he's got a couple of holder tyres here. I don't know how bad his tyres are going to be currently, but I don't know how bad the tyre wear is. That's the only thing I'm going to say, actually. I'll put it that way. I don't know how bad a tyre wear is. If it is bad, then Rose's got issues. If it's not bad, and it's more just temperatures that are bad, then Rose's okay. I mean, realistically, he's got a couple laps disadvantage, but he still has pace. We obviously know that. I think it's just a Lilo who has got to be quite careful, especially with our Henson of all people, because right now he's technically not part of the championship fight. And not fair, actually, Lilo is either. But, hey, you never know. Maybe he wants to try and get into it in these last couple of races. You never know what is going to happen. in these last few races. But Henson right now still doing his damn best out there. I think right now, either way, he's going to be on the podium, and he's just got to be applauded for that one. But yeah, everyone else here now starting to look that bit better. As Blackman had a massive snap behind. If anybody was able to catch that one. Yeah, unfortunately, Henson here really suddenly losing all that battery and all that sort of advantage that he had in this race. Still doing his best though, because Rose now right on the back of him. Yeah, I mean, in all of this, I said Rose on the back foot at some point, and well, I mean, at the time I think I was correct. Right now, you can very much tell I am wrong. But yeah, I'm very just interested to see this, because Alida now has not got much battery to play with, but Henson as well is not in the overtake mode anymore. He shouldn't be. If he does still have it, I'll be very surprised. But yeah, there we go. Look, so we've now got Rosa here on the back, and he has got a lot of battery to dump, and he might start dumping it all now, because look at the speed he's getting on that Red Bull. He's just going to maybe potentially fly by, in fact, and he does fly by. There we go, up into P2 for Rosa there, and he just makes that move stick. Henson once again has got a chance to really just sort of, you know, hold back for a second and use that battery. But now potentially is the fate that I foretold in qualifying going to happen. We're spending obviously the fastest lap there on the fresh medium tyres. I said there was not going to be anything crazy in this race happening unless these two hit each other. Now, I'm not going to say much else other than that, but if these two do hit each other, then we have a new race winner. And I mean, I say new race winner, but realistically, you know, obviously he's already won a race, but I think pretty much it is going to be a new race winner. It has been an entire generation of cars have gone by in real life Formula One when we've seen our Henson last win a race. If we put it that way, I think it's quite fair to say that this is going to be a new winner if these guys do make any form of contact. Meanwhile, the small one is by on Zaniel. Zaniel, unfortunately, not having the best of the races here. And unfortunately, actually a little bit of a smack on the wall there as well. But, yeah, I just really don't know what's happened to the small one this race. He's just been... He's been there, but he's almost like he's been in every single sort of ball he possibly could be. And it's not really his fault. It's just crazy to see. Meanwhile, a Lilo here getting saved a little bit by the fact we had Bluebird as a lap car. So potentially we could have actually seen something down this straight, but we can't really now because Lilo here using every bit of boost that is available to him. Rosa, meanwhile, just holding onto that battery, and he's actually gaining a little bit down this straight again because he just has that battery in hand. And in fact, Rosa looking the best on battery once again, despite having the older tyres. This is incredible. Like, I don't know what it is he does with his tyres especially. It's just crazy to see, honestly. Henson, unfortunately, him now, he's out of that 1 second. But, hey, I'm just saying, we could potentially still be seeing some issues in this race. We could be seeing some reports in this race. We never know what is actually going to happen here because Henson's still pushing. The race is nowhere near decided, still with 4 laps to go. Blackman as well, he's doing his best, but he is had a bit of a struggle on this race so far, and it's a bit unfortunate to see. But meanwhile, those Danielle in the pit lane, he's going to go for a set of soft tyres, and going to go for the fast lap at this point. And in all fairness, I don't blame him whatsoever, because right now he's down in P9, can't really get anything else in this race as someone else crashes, fully retires really. But yeah, just going to wait and see how he does. Meanwhile, Henson doing his best to keep within that 1 second. I don't think he's going to be able to, though. He might just sneak in, but he's going to have a little bit lower battery than everybody else right in front of him. Let's have a look. Yeah, he's not going to be able to keep in that 1 second, unfortunately. He did his best. And in all fairness, it's been an absolutely valiant effort from Henson, just all round. But, yeah, I think this is going to be order resumed at the front of this field. Lilo going to do his best to hold off Rosie, but I don't think he's going to have the battery left to go and do so. Meanwhile, Rosie in the background here doing his best to try and take the lead of this race against pretty much all odds. And we're seeing it now here. He's not found a move just yet. And the small one as well gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. Rosie actually almost losing the rear tyres. I think Henson then lost the rear tyres slightly as well as we went on board with him. Henson still got overtake mode, which is a bit weird. I don't know how he managed to do that when we were like 1.2 seconds back. Anyway, sorry. A Lilo there just got no battery left. Rose does. But yeah, it's just really weird to see currently because I don't know. Rose right now on 17 lap old hard tyres. I feel like that's probably a recipe for disaster at some point, especially with the wear on controller definitely being a bit higher than it is on wheel. I definitely know that one for certain. But yeah, right now Rose, I can't really say he's, not driving his heart out. He's doing his damn best. Hazard there, still holding on ahead of Wisburn currently, but yeah, I don't believe that won't be for long either. Wisburn looks like he's absolutely hounding the back of that Ferrari. Meanwhile, these guys still going at it. Henson doing his best once again to keep in that 1 second. And to be fair, he's not done too bad this time. It's everybody else here who just got that little bit better battery management. Because in all fairness, they've got that little bit better pace on them. Let's have a look here. Henson, to be fair, he might have still got it again. I don't know what the... Because it is round there. It's just the fact that it doesn't look very accurate, whatever it is. Meanwhile, though, I think it's going to have to be the move. Because it can't be anywhere else now, surely. We're going to be on to lap 25, the penultimate lap soon enough. And Rose here has got everything in his disposal to now go and make this move. He's going to pull out here side by side. In fact, actually, Rose lifts off a little bit. So potentially, maybe no one's getting involved in any sort of proper fight. But yeah, there we go. Definitely lifted off a bit. We saw it on the onboard. Rose here is still doing more battery. So let's have a look. Will he try and make a move down here? He's turned on the battery, so potentially he will. Hence doing his best to keep in tabs. But no, potentially here, Rose just wants that last lap overtake, which, you know what? Fair play to him. Meanwhile, though, actually, Hazard's still holding ahead of Wisburn. I think Wisburn's going to get it, though, here, because he's got all the battery to his disposal now. Hazard's going to do his best to defend, but I think Wisburn here, he's going to probably stick to that to the inside, and he's going to do his best now. Hold it a little bit. Hazard gives him the space, but Wisburn, just look at the superior grip there. Hazard's going to go quite deep. Actually places that car really well, in fact. It's just, yeah, right now, Wisburn's trying to use all the battery he can. He's going to try it there. Tiny bit of contact there between the pair of them, but they're keeping it very civil right now. They're going to really try and drag race now down toward this next section. Hazard's going to go for it on the inside. It might be a bit too deep, though, and it is too deep. And that's Wisburn through. So he did try his best there, but in the end, Hazard obviously on those tyres. You don't really expect him to hold him back, and he hasn't in the end of things. Meanwhile, these guys are on to the final lap of this race. Let's have a look. Oh, his Lilo completely loses the car. I don't know if that's damage or not to the McLaren there, but I definitely looks it now. Yeah, he's going to have to lift. He's going to have to lift. He's just about not managed to lift. But here we go. He's going to still fight it here. Going down this straight. He took the most battery of anyone. He's in the slipstream. Let's see it. Can he find any sort of move? Because he has got damage on that car. Lilo really messing up that final corner. He's got to be very careful now into these next couple of corners because that is going to be a very understeery McLaren. He might have to think about holding P2 right now because that car is going to really feel the downforce, especially through that second sector. And Rose is going to potentially just get away with everything that has happened in this race, and he might still win this race despite everything, which is incredible to say. He didn't look on pace at all to win this race. And obviously he started last. It just is crazy to me, honestly. But, yeah, meanwhile, he still is going to hold it through on this last lap. He's going to do his best just to hold it through because Lilo here, obviously with damage as well, he's going to do his best to hold on to that third place spot. I mean, they didn't crash with each other, but it definitely was a crash between one of these two out in front, and don't want to say I warned people, but yeah, definitely want to say that I did predict somewhat there what was going to happen. Meanwhile, though, Lilo going to do his absolute best to keep with Rose. I just don't think it's going to happen here, though, because actually right now I think the overtake gets turned off for Rose and it gets turned on for Lilo. Let's have a quick look here. Yeah, overtake actually does not get turned off for Rose. No, it does. Here we go. We could be seeing potentially any last sort of lap moves here. Henson doing his best to hold on to that battery now. He's going to blast it here. I think Rose is going to win this one regardless, but who is it going to be for that P2 spot? It's going to be Henson. I don't think he's done enough, and he's going to be actually very close. It's going to be very, very close. We're going to see Rose cross the line and win. It's going to be so close for Henson, who just can't get it in the end. but he takes P3. A Lilo in P2 after that issue just manages to hold on by the end of things there. But unfortunately, him lost that lead. And it was definitely a grip that he had on it for quite a while. Wisburn takes P5 in the end of it, and Hazard there. Nice drive from him in P6. Thomas, unfortunately for him, I think he actually made a second stop. Unfortunately, P7. The small one being P8 too. Really unfortunate. But Zaniel, don't think he took the fast lap in the end. Yeah, 43.3. Unfortunate for him, but he couldn't take that fastest lap. Yeah, just I don't know what happened with the small one. I think there's just I keep sort of wondering it because every single time it's like he should be on paper incredibly quick, but he's not been, which is really strange. I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, the small will take P8. At the very least, though, for these guys here, a really strong point tool for Red Bull and actually McLaren as well. Actually, I think McLaren has scored the most amount of points in this race. Williams as well will get some points here. Zaniel is going to bring home P9 at the very least for them. He's going to be quite happy with that one. Maybe even do a little bit of a weave to the line potentially, but I don't think he's going to be that bothered. He actually might be trying to break the fastest lap here, but he's not going to be able to do it. Zaniel will come in P9. Bluebird, obviously P10 there. Unfortunate that he can make anything work out either. But there you go. That was a lot closer of a race than what I thought it would have been. Obviously, Rose does win again. That one is, yeah, a little bit sad to see, to be honest, because I really want actually to see a Lilo potentially, or even our Henson win that one. Obviously, our Henson's leading, and I really want to see him win. Yeah, I mean, obviously, so congrats to Rose and all that sort of thing. I'm not saying I hate this like completely, but obviously, when you have two people here who haven't won a race before, and you've got Rose here who absolutely has won a race, very long, not very long time. I think definitely has won a lot of races in the very short amount of time he's been here. Yeah, there you go. Though anyway, Rose is going to be your winner of this race. I think obviously missed out on pole. Probably only a couple tenths if we wanted to say what his eventual lap would have been. But yeah, realistically, he's still done a damn good race. You can't fault him for anything there. Jeremy Sapp leaves the session, but yeah, let's give it a second. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully we are... Oh no. Let's give it a second. Oh, are we in no results? Oh, okay, so I couldn't actually read out the results for any of you, unfortunately. I don't know what happened there, but... Oh my god. I don't know what to say. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, so we're back in the lobby. I don't know what happened, but I'm going to save the results. Hopefully they're going to save. If they don't save, I'm going to be very, very upset. They do, kind of. They kind of do. They're not completely accurate. They saved up to lap 24 for some reason. I don't know why they saved up to then, but let's take this as an example, actually. We're just going to take this as the example for a second. Hold on. So Rose should be leading on 103 points, I believe. Black Rene will be down to P... Well, no, he won't be actually down to P2. He'll be P2 anyway. He's going to be on 92. I think Wisman will get to 87. Our Henson actually into P4 as well. The small one does a big jump too. He's now up into P6. So, quite a very quick look at the constructor standings. Let's have a quick check on this. Yeah, Red Bull retake the lead of that Constructors' Championship. And actually, happy to report that, yeah, every single team has now scored a podium. Red Bull was actually the last one to score a podium. And the fact that they've been leading the championship is definitely a way to tell you just how consistent it is. Ferrari down P2 obviously lose it there because Bluebird, he will be getting points. But Cadillac are in P3, they're ahead of Audi. Racing Bulls in P5, McLaren in P6 as well. Yeah, I think the standout person there, in terms of the movement in the championship, the small one gains 5 despite that bad race. But I think our Henson's the big one there. He's only, well, I mean, he's getting closer to P3, we'll just put it that way. And Red Bull obviously retake that constructors' lead. So pretty good stuff from them. We're going to be heading to the last 3 races of our season there. We're going to have Austria next week on Wednesday. And maybe some rain is in the air. You never know what is going to happen at the Austria circuit. But anyway, I'm Mr. Cookie. This has been BRL Season 16, Round 7 here at Baku. Was it round 7? No, round 6. I know what round it is. It's a round. I don't know what one it is exactly, but it is a round. Anyway, I shall see you all later. Goodbye.